Friday evening about 10:30, we got a call to the 3900 block of Garnet Avenue in regards to a male who had been shot at. When we arrived, we talked with the male, determined that a shotgun had allegedly been shot at him but missed this victim. We tried to make contact with the suspect, who his name is Kevin McGinnis. He's 53 years old. He refused to come out. We developed during our investigation that this person was heavily armed with weapons, firearms, explosives. We ended up calling our SWAT unit out to help us resolve this situation. We used all available resources. We were very slow and methodical. We took our time because we wanted to make sure we didn't injure this person and that we were not injured ourselves.
At any point did the suspect make any suicidal statements?
You know, we had our emergency negotiation team talking with him. The conversation was sporadic throughout the evening. There were a variety of statements made. I'm not going to go into the specifics of statements, but this went on for hours. He refused to come out, and again, we tried a variety of resources. We were very methodical. We took our time because, again, we wanted to make sure that we wanted to resolve this with him surrendering.
Can you tell us a little more about the resources that you guys used?
Yes, we started off by trying to communicate with him. We had the entire area coordinated off, so we had eliminated any potential for our public being harmed. We had made sure that everybody was evacuated. We brought in our canine units. We deployed various types of gases. We used a variety of techniques to get him to peacefully surrender.
Do we know what that initial the assault altercation was having? What that was about in relation of the victim to the suspect?
Yeah, these two individuals, they're allegedly business partners. There was a dispute over the business. That's what we're being told. And the round was discharged inside the dwelling. So we've not had a chance to go in and conduct our investigation yet, but that's what's being told to us. The round was fired inside the dwelling on Garnet.
And so that dwelling is the business also?
You know, it appears to be a commercial type building. It's got aluminum siding on the outside, aluminum roof. I've not been inside, so I don't know what it looks like on the inside.
There's a lot of hearsay out here from just looky-loos and whatnot, people talking about some things that were written on the side of the building. Once you guys went inside, it seems like you were it took a while to kind of get some things out of there, what have you. What were the conditions inside the building? Is there anything surprising that you found in there, obviously besides the explosion?
Yeah, this is still ongoing from the limited pictures that we got, because we do deploy robots as well to go inside. There's a lot of stuff piled up inside there, so it's going to take some time to finish our investigation.
Do you know roughly how many hours it's going to take until this road is back up and open?
I'm not sure at this point. I would imagine we'll probably open up the road here probably in the next hour, but our investigation of the building will continue for some time.
Do you have any mental condition, under the influence of anything?
Yeah, all that's still, as far as his mental condition and being under the influence of drugs, all that's being evaluated. Now that we have him, now that he's surrendered, we're now moving forward with our investigation of the shooting.
Lieutenant, can you talk about some of the tactics we used? I mean, we saw an awful lot out here. Can you kind of just describe some of the things with the tear gas, with the bullets, or the rubber things, with the battering ram? Can you talk about that?
You know, again, there's a variety of tactics that we use. Our goal is the preservation of life, to get the suspect to surrender peacefully. So in this case, you probably captured a lot of these tactics that we're using. We deployed gas, we have robots, we try to establish communication, we break out windows. There's things that we're doing to make the suspect feel uncomfortable, to get him to comply, to voluntarily surrender.
Can you list off the charges he's going to face?
Well, right now we're investigating a shooting, so assault with a deadly weapon. We're looking at that, but the charges could expand from there depending on what's discovered inside there, as well as everything that had transpired from the time that we contacted him.
You refer to the building as a dwelling. It is a commercial building. Is it possibly also a residence? Are the people inside the business using it as a residence?
You know, it appears on the outside to be a commercial building. As far as what it's being used for on the inside, I can't tell you because we've not fully investigated or looked at it.
Did he ever make any threats towards any of the officers?
You know, I can't answer that. I don't know.
Is it because you don't know, or you just can't answer that at this point?
I don't have enough facts to be able to answer that.
Lieutenant, your units were here about a week ago inside there. Do you know anything about that at all?
Yeah, I have no knowledge of prior history here. normally have. I just have no knowledge of prior history at this location.
And I just have a last question. I wasn't here overnight, but the robot went in and grabbed something. Can you talk about that?
Well, the suspect had thrown a container out. One of our robots, or at least we were able to take that mast. Our Metropolitan Strike Team is looking at that. I don't know what's been determined to be inside there yet. That's still being evaluated as far as I know. But again, we had knowledge based on our investigation that explosives were here, and being that this could be an explosive, we're taking it very seriously.
Can you say where that knowledge came from? That how you knew that there were weapons and explosives?
No, I can't say that at this time. But you know, in our investigations, we try to be extremely thorough. We do background checks, prior history, other involvements with the suspects, other knowledge that other officers might have of the area or the person. So there's a lot of factors that come into play. But again, you know, our goal is the preservation of life. We are very methodical in our approach. We try a variety of tactics because our goal is to get the person to peacefully surrender. And in this case, this is what happened. It was a successful resolution. The suspect surrendered peacefully. Nobody was injured. And now our investigation begins.